of the things we think, say, or do? Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Slower. So the slower the speed. Believe it or not, the speed limit in the city is 25 miles per hour, and you'll be hard pressed to find a street where traffic is actually going 25 miles per hour. And so most of our streets have a cartway or a lane of 13 feet wide. That is the same as the width of a lane on Route 30 or Route 222. So you feel like you can go as fast as you're going on 222 or 30. So his recommendation was to narrow those lanes by adding either bike lanes or, like we did on Mulberry Street, converting it to two-way traffic so that you have to have a smaller cartway. So he recommended narrowing the travel lanes to 10 feet wide. Add parking lanes where they're missing. There are many places where in the downtown particularly where we have very long turning lanes where we're eliminating parking. And we can actually add parking back, gain additional parking spaces to reduce the number of garages that LPA parking authority has to build. But it also, that parking lane, the parked cars also give the pedestrian walking on the sidewalk a sense of security. They feel protected by having those parked cars between them and the travel lane. And again, add bike lanes where appropriate to try and reduce the lane of travel. So some of the projects that we've completed we do about $1.8 million per year street paving. Again, if you read the letters to the editor, we don't pave any streets in the city. But $1.8 million per year on both paving and ADA ramp improvements. So the curb ramps that you see for ADA compliance have to be added as we pave the streets. So we have 120 miles of streets in the city. So yes, we don't see a lot of this paving going on because there's so many miles of streets in the city. What we do, this is the money that we get from the liquid fuels tax or the gas tax that everyone pays in the state. Some of that comes back to the local municipalities. The vast majority of it stays with PennDOT to pave their streets. So we get a fraction of that, not as much as I'd like to get, but we do get a fraction of that to pave our streets. Many of the streets in the city, many of the major streets that most motorists ride on are PennDOT streets. Many of them most people think that the city is responsible for Prince Street, for Queen Street, King Street, Orange Street, Duke Street, Governor, Liberty. All of these streets are PennDOT streets, and the city does not pave these streets. So we lobby PennDOT to do those paving projects, and you have seen some of them paved in recent years. Prince Street hopefully is up next because even though it was paved a little over 10 years ago, it's in need of paving again. But many of these major streets, we have to wait for PennDOT to make those improvements. So we also just completed the two-way conversion of Mulberry Street. I'll talk a little bit more about that a little later on. But what you see here that I've listed on these streets, we've made a lot of investment in managing stormwater with green infrastructure. And green infrastructure is basically using different methods of infiltrating rainwater where it falls before it gets into the storm sewer system. And that's important not just for the city because we have a combined sewer system, which means that stormwater and the sanitary sewage that comes from all the buildings goes to the treatment plant for treatment. So in order to be better for the environment and not create overflows, if we keep some of that stormwater out of the system, we don't have to pay to clean it up at the treatment plant. So if we try and keep it out of the system and infiltrate it into the ground with porous pavers or rain gardens, you'll see rain gardens like at Plum and Walnut Street in front of Lancaster Brewing Company. That was one of our projects to keep over 1.5 million gallons of rainwater out of our system every year. These projects were also Hand Avenue, Reynolds, and some of the alleys. These are also have green infrastructure built into them to keep stormwater or rainwater out of our system so that we don't have to treat it at the treatment plant and use precious chemicals and energy to clean it up. Some other accomplishments: there isn't a single project that we do in the city that doesn't use grant funding. We simply do not have enough money in the city to do a lot of these projects that you see. So we get a lot of grants every year. Last year we had $3.6 million of grant funds that helped pay for a lot of these projects, such as Mulberry Street. But in order to stretch our money further, part of that whole sustainable model is stretching our dollars, our local dollars, by getting a lot of these grants. So that is how we're working on updating our aging infrastructure, is by seeking a lot of these grants, because we simply don't have enough money at the local level to pay for all these projects. I'll talk a little bit about Liberty Street. Was a project where we're trying to reconnect the street grid anywhere that we can. We have that opportunity. So with the Armstrong property redevelopment, we saw the opportunity to reconnect Liberty Street that ended right in front of Liberty Place and reconnect it to Harrisburg Avenue. And the main reason for projects like this to reconnect the city street grid is to help alleviate traffic congestion on Prince Street. And anyone who might be heading to the north of the city, they can take this route rather than going up Queen Street or another street. So another way that we're looking at reinventing our aging infrastructure is looking at how we can alleviate some of the traffic congestion that I'm sure you've all had to deal with in the city. So we incorporated green infrastructure and provided traffic calming. You see some of the rain gardens that are located along Liberty Street, as well as some bike infrastructure that we installed after it was repaved. That's another picture of it. Another project, the Mulberry Street two-way conversion project that we just completed. Back in the 70s, PennDOT came through many urban cities in Pennsylvania with a program called Topics. Don't ask me what the acronym is, I don't remember. But it was basically trying to get workers who live out in the suburbs into the downtown employment centers as fast as they could and get them back home at the end of the day as fast as they could. So they came through and made a lot of the streets in urban cities one way. This again, trying to get the speeds faster, get them in and out of the city as fast as they could. So we're now looking at taking that back to how it should be, how it originally was, with two-way streets. Makes it more quaint for the neighborhood, lowers the speed, makes it safer for the neighborhood, and makes it feel like a neighborhood environment rather than a freeway for people driving in and through the city. So this project was about $2 million, but it incorporated a lot of green infrastructure elements, again, to keep the stormwater out of our system. We added porous pavers along one side, since the street slopes to the one side. This is where we're doing a lot of capture of stormwater, both in the rain gardens and the porous pavers. We added a bike lane northbound on Mulberry Street, currently under design for Charlotte Street to become a two-way as well. That's under design. That will have the southbound couplet bike lane to mirror the northbound bike lane on Mulberry Street. So some of the future projects, we're right now working with a national consultant, Alta Planning, on a joint bike plan with the LIMC, the Lancaster Municipal Committee, which is municipalities surrounding the city, Lancaster County, and the city. So we're doing a bike plan for all of these entities, and we're hoping that that plan will allow us to go out for another grant from the federal government, a tighter grant, which a lot of communities have used to invest in bike infrastructure. So once we have that bike plan done, hopefully we'll have a good biking network laid out throughout the city that will connect to some of the greenways, some of the townships that are wanting to also create greenway biking and walking trails. We'll be able to connect to those with a good bike network within the city. So just to show you some of the challenges that we have with our aging infrastructure and some of the accomplishments that you might not be aware of how much we're actually doing. We do a lot of televising of our sewer lines, which results in us having to do a lot of reconstruction. So digging up those streets before we pave, we're replacing the sewer line and we're replacing the water infrastructure at the same time. So we do about 2 miles of either sewer lining or replacement of sewer lines every year. We also do quite a bit in terms of our gray infrastructure. That gray infrastructure, as opposed to green infrastructure, is about bringing as much of that combined sewage as we can to the treatment plant. So we're constantly doing more projects at the treatment plant to manage that stormwater. On the water side, we do about 2 miles of water relining a year. So that's where we reline the pipes, we pig it out, so it's like this machine that goes in and basically cleans out the water main, and then a cement lining is added to that water main. We do about 2 miles a year to improve water quality and the longevity of those water mains. And we also replace about 3 miles of water lines every year. So we either do relining or replacement. Again, we try to do those in combination, in conjunction with paving projects, so that we're digging up the street before it's repaved, so we're not digging it up afterwards. Our water transmission and distribution people repair about 81 broken mains a year. Again, our aging infrastructure really takes a big toll on them in terms of repairing those broken mains. But we are seeing a reduction in those amount of water main breaks because of the amount of relining and replacement projects that we're doing every year. And with that, I think I will